And ladies and gentlemen, we are back to what possibly could be the penultimate collection videos that I have. Oh, the penultimate video of my collection. I think what I've got left is the Atari 2600, a tiny amount of ZX Spectrum, a couple of Famiclone games, some Super Nintendo stuff, very little of that, and some N64. I might just probably will bundle all of that into one video, because otherwise it's like a video lasts about a minute. Oh, maybe. But I felt on this occasion that this should be definitely combined, because one, it's all Sega. Two, I don't have very much Mega CD stuff, and I don't have very much Dreamcast stuff. So it would kind of make sense just to chuck it all in with the SEGA Saturn stuff. Right. So I know that, for example, James from Gamezone birdroom has been very much looking forward to this video, because he is a massive SEGA Saturn fan. As far as I'm aware, it's his favourite system, and he's done quite a few videos on the SEGA Saturn, especially with the, I forget what it's called now, one of these PCs that runs emulation software. I forget what it's called now. The Super Mega System. I don't know, something like that. Go have a look at his channel. Link is below in the description. But yeah, but I'm not going to start off with SEGA Saturn. I'm going to keep you waiting, James, because that's just, well, it just has to be that way, you know. Leave it to the last bit, so you have to watch your way through this, or you can just jump through to the Saturn stuff. It's entirely up to you. So we're going to start off with age. No, we're not going to go age first. We're going to go oldest, and then middle. No, oldest to newest, and then to the Sega Saturn stuff. So Sega Mega CD. What have we got for you then? Right. So first up, Night Trap. That classic game, along with Mortal Kombat, that caused an absolute uproar, but actually really was nothing like what the politicians and the media were saying. Is it a great game? No, it's not. It's not. That one is purely people get that just because it's like, well, I've got a copy of it, you know. Next one up generally was bundled with the Mega CD when you bought it, and that is Road Avenger. Then this is, like I said, some of this stuff is, there's definitely some interesting Mega CD stuff here, let's put it that way. This is actually, I don't know why it's in two cases. I mean, so I'll just flip it around and show you. So the first part of it is Tomcat Alley, which was apparently the one, I think it was the only full screen, full motion video on the Mega CD. And that ain't necessarily a good thing anyway. And then the back of it, as you can see, it's the Sega Classics Arcade Collection. So, you know, nasty box there, pretty banged up, but I don't care. So the first of the Make My Video games that were out on the Mega CD is In Excess Make My Video. Yeah, they're not really games, are they? And they are fucking pants. I should do a video on pants Mega CD video games, but it's still great. It's still great to have, you know. You can just stick the audio output from your Mega CD one, if you've got one, into your stereo system and pump out the tunes like it was yesterday. Another bundled copy that came with a Mega CD, which is Cobra Command and Soul Feast. Okay, so what you got to say, if you don't actually know how to say that, pronounce that properly, it's think feces. There you go. And the game isn't feces, so don't worry about that. Anyway, last of my Mega CD games, or the last three, obviously it wouldn't be complete without a nice dual box of Sewer Shark. I really do like that game, I have to say. It was thoroughly enjoyed that one. Next one was two actually, and these are pretty fucking hard to come by. I'm very fortunate to have these. I'm not one of those people that has a lot of rarities, so I'm fortunate to have them. And this one is the blue box version of Crisscross Make My Video. And I actually play this at least 2 or 3 times a year just to listen to the song Jump. Now I know I can listen to that on Spotify or whatever. There's just something about listening to it on the Mega CD and making a music video. You get me? Anyway. Yeah, you get me. You get me, fam. And the last one, well, it's another blue label Mega CD box, and that is Power Factory featuring CNC Music Factory. Another one that's really rare. I'd say the crisscross one is the one that hardly ever comes up on eBay, for example. I don't know if you'll ever see it in CEX. I really don't, but there you go. And in very good condition as well, so pleased with those. Right, so Dreamcast. So we start with a couple of discs that I've got, just because I don't have a case for all these particularly. That is Crazy Taxi, and trust me, I don't care if these get scratched, because I mean, I just don't. Metropolis Street Racer, the one that started off the Forza legacy. Oh yes. Metropolis Street Racer, then Project Gotham Racing, and then Forza Motorsport. We've got Dream On disc there, Volume 12. What's on that? Virtua Tennis, Gauntlet Legends, F1 World Grand Prix 2. So, yeah. Revolt. And the old Dream Key 3.0. So you could access the old interwebs. So, busted up case there. Wow, look at that. It's not even a game, is it? So we'll just leave that right there. Choo Choo Rocket. Everyone's got a copy of that. If whoever's got a Dreamcast, that is. There's actually a boxed copy of Crazy Taxi, and no, that isn't the disc that goes in there. I will prove it to you. Oh, hang on, look, there is something on to go on here. I've got Crazy Taxi 2 in there, and just so you're aware, as you can see, I have got the disc in there. That other one was just a fluke. Where it came from, I do not know. Then we've got UEFA Striker. Nice and cheap, that one. But there are a couple of sought-after games in here. So for my tiny little Dreamcast collection, I'm pleased to have Power Stone 2. Oh yeah, baby, oh yeah. So Power Stone 2 and Confidential Mission. Let's push that over there. Do you know what I might do actually? Let's just stack these up like that, to make room for the pièce de résistance. Soul Calibur, obviously. And the final Dreamcast game I have, again, very lucky to have this one, Marvel vs. Capcom 2. So there you go. That's my Dreamcast stuff. Now, here we go, James. This is for you. Well, it's not just for you. It's for everyone. This is my SEGA Saturn collection. This is the stuff I have. Not lots, but there's enough. And there's some real classics in there as well. Some of them, again, I'm very fortunate to have. But there are no Panzer Dragoon sagas in here, because I know everyone that has Panzer Dragoon saga likes to gloat about, oh, this is my jewel in my crown. This is, you know. Don't care about that game. I personally have played it, and I don't like it. So it's not something that I would ever even consider having. So, let's start off with the Japanese versions of SEGA Saturn games that I've got. So the first one is Clockwork Knight. And then we have got, I believe it's, no, it doesn't say it on here. Oh, it does say it on here actually, yeah. So that's Incredible Toons. Now you might kind of think that that is Ghouls and Ghosts, but it's not. Although it is in that that world, as it goes. It's a puzzle game basically. I don't actually know. Oh, Galaxy. I think it's called Galaxy Froline. Yeah, I picked some of these up from some weird comic book guy that lived near Uxbridge in 2015. I mean, I'm not kidding. Man, I got to that house and there was like all these cameras around the fucking door, and he opened the door and there was this old lady, and I said, oh, it's so-and-so there, please. And she went, oh, I'll just go and get him. And he was some fucking, I don't know, 40, 50-year-old living with his mum, and it was all a bit weird. Nice guy. Didn't want to hang around there though, let's be honest. I didn't want to hang around there anyway. Then we got the Japanese version of Darius Gaiden. That's going up in money now. That's the Japanese version. So I forget what this one is called. I think this is right. Okay. Well, anyway, I can't read, and I used to remember what it was called. But it's Bomberman, but it's not Saturn Bomberman. It's another Bomberman game on the SEGA Saturn. I forget what it's called. It's not going to help, is it? Anyway, yeah. And speaking of which, Saturn Bomberman. Why do I have the Japanese version? Because I can't justify spending out the money for the English version when I could get that. I've had that for a while now. Here's another Japanese game that I don't know what it's called. So this was part of a bundle that I got from that weird comic book guy. So there you go. If I did a little bit of research, I'll be able to tell you. This one is called Welcome to Pia Carrot 2. That's like a double disc one there, I think. And then we've got another one. I believe it's called Find Love 2. God, this seems really fucking creepy, doesn't it? Look, the prologue. There's far worse games on that than are out now, but you know, Find Love 2. Oh dear, oh dear. Now that leaves me to these two, and I did a video on them, and I can't remember what they're called. Is there any kind of inclination on the back here as to what they're called? No, but there you go. Anyway, you'll be able to tell when you see them. So you got that one. Okay, so let's just hold it there for a second. Gives you a second to look it up. Right. And then there is that one. I think it's Battle something. I can't remember now. But it is they're like a real-time strategy game anyway. I quite enjoyed them, except for the fact that I cannot read Japanese, so it makes the game incredibly hard. Yeah, so there's my Japanese games for my Sega Saturn. Now to the English games. Nice little selection here. So we'll start off with, I don't know how I got this on just on disc only, but I'm definitely going to need to try and find a box somewhere along the line. I doubt I'll be able to find one, but that is Mortal Kombat 2. Now I've got, you can see it says it is a Daytona USA book, and I have got Daytona USA here, but these are just discs, okay? So we've got Junior Lomu Rugby. There's the disc copy of Daytona USA. There's also Sega Flash Volume 3. There we go. Followed by, oh for goodness sake, this is awkward in one hand, I'll tell you. We've got there, oh, it's another Dreamcast, Dream Key 1.5, and there is also another Dreamcast game there, and that's Dynamite Cop, as you can see. So those are just the loose discs I've got there. I just keep them that because it's an extra booklet that I've got. I don't use it. So here we go. First one in the box. That is Street Racer. And then we've got, very much sought after, Darius Gaiden. Then we've got Sonic R. I can see James right now. He's rubbing his knees. He's going, oh. No, maybe not. I don't know. But it's just, I can imagine him doing it, you know. Don't know why. I've never met the guy in person, but anyway, that's actually a compliment to you, James. Actua Soccer Club Edition. There we go. Oh, fucking knock that bloody camera again. Fighters Megamix. Yes. I don't know why that isn't worth more. That game is awesome. This one, yeah, quite lucky to have this one. It's the House of the Dead, and it's in good shape except for that little nick up here. But yeah, Virtua Cop 2. There's a copy around here somewhere. I don't know where it is. Of Virtua Cop. I have got Virtua Cop as well. I just don't think. I think I might just put it in one of these cases. Destruction Derby. Much prefer that on the PlayStation, to be honest with you. Then we got Manx TT Superbike. You're going to see a few familiarities here. I think I might even have a couple of duplicates. That's a nasty box, isn't it, really? Virtua Fighter 2. You can keep opening these. I mean, some of them have got extra games in. Jesus Christ. Pardon my blasphemy there, but it hasn't been open for so long, that one. Then the original Virtua Fighter. I seem to have a spare book here as well, of Virtua Fighter 2. Then we've got Crypt Killer. And then we've got Sega Rally Championship. I think I've got a couple of copies of that. Then we've got, I mean, the insides of this are immaculate. But for some reason, I left this out somewhere and it got a little bit damp on the top. So the box is slightly bubbled, but a lot of people want this. And that is Guardian Heroes. Very lucky to have that still. I was lucky to get that. I had it when Saturn came out. And in, I don't know what year it was, some year, my ex-missus basically made me sell all my stuff. You're not bringing enough money into the house. Oh, that shit. So I ended up selling all my stuff. And I got that actually quite cheap, so I was lucky to get that again. Sega Rally Championship, as I just said, there's a couple of copies of that. Sega Touring Car Championship. I love the music in that game. Proper rave music. I love it. It's just brilliant. But can I play the game? Not really, but there's apparently a little knack to playing that game. I forget what it is now, what you have to do, but there's a knack to playing Touring Car. Virtual on Cyber Troopers. I'm very fortunate to have the twin sticks for that. Great fun. You can find that actually video way back in the early parts of my channel. I did some Let's Play on it. Sega Ages Volume 1. Then we got Firestorm Thunderhawk 2. A very underrated game in my opinion, and also very cheap, so you don't really need to worry too much about spending too much money on that. This one's starting to get a little bit go up in value now. And I got this one really cheap back in 2015, I think, 2014. That's Skeleton Warriors. So yeah, another one that's obviously quite pricey. Then again, comparing it to the price of recently released Xbox games and PS games, it's not that expensive. So that is Paradius. Then we've got Wipeout. Wipeout! Another fucking copy of bloody... I don't quite know how I managed to get 2 copies of Virtua Fighter 2, but anyway, there we go. One of them. Then we got Virtua Racing. Then we've got Darius 2. I believe that came from Aussie Soft, which I believe is in Australia. Makes sense though, wouldn't it? Then the last 3, Street Fighter Alpha 2. And as I said, I've got a copy of Virtua Cop on disc somewhere. I don't know where that is. The classic theme park. And finally, and again, I'm very lucky to have this. I've also got the RAM cartridge for it as well. So I'm pretty chuffed with that. And well, I'd say I think I got them at a jumble sale in like 2003. So yeah, I managed to keep this one safe from my ex-girlfriend. And that is King of Fighters 95. Now, there's no point in me fucking running upstairs to get you, just to prove to you that I've got the cartridge. I have, and I'm very lucky to have it. So, there you go. That's my Sega Saturn, my Sega Mega CD, and my Sega Dreamcast collection. So, I hope you liked that, James, and I hope everyone else out there liked that video. There's some real classics there. One of my aims of my channel is to basically do gameplay footage of every single game that I own. Problem is, I keep getting new ones and I have to do them as well, so it kind of like, I need to stop for about a year and I can do gameplay footage of each one. I don't care if it gets 1 view or if it gets 100 views. I don't care, you know, it's all about my love for gaming. So anyway, thanks for watching this video, and until the next one, look after yourselves. See you later.